doing a little bit of a tour around. What's your Instagram name? It's Queen
Queen Bee Skoolie.
Queen Bee Skoolie. And how old's this one?
1980.
It's a 1980. It's almost like an Airstream design, isn't it? All aluminium.
Yeah.
Made by Crown, is it?
Yeah, it's a Crown Super Coach.
Love the lights. They're awesome. Right, go on then, let's have a look inside then.
Yeah, by all means. Welcome aboard. Took us 18 months. From when we did it. Took all the school seats out. And Alison's responsible for the way it looks. She wanted it certain ways. She needed this mega fridge, which was one of her tick lists for the vehicle.
Yeah.
So we've accommodated that and then worked the solar system to work with all them that kind of electric. I made use of the original lighting. So the trunking on the sides, where you see a socket used to be where the lights used to be.
All right.
So all I've done is run my electrics through that. So I've got no electrics hidden at the bottom with sockets you can't get to. They're at a higher point. It makes it easier for maintenance.
Yeah.
And keep on top of all that sort of thing. These are just small bars. Alison made all the curtains. The settee, this rocks slides forward.
Oh, it's like a separate bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same.
We deconstructed a mass-produced product and just wanted that part of it.
Yeah.
With scaff boards to get the right height. The water tank's under there, so that slides forward, and that makes a double bed for the kids. So the grandkids sleep over. That's where they get to go. This item was out of our house. We loved it so much, we need to incorporate it, and because obviously a lot of vehicles when move with rollers underneath, they will fly open. These
stick solid.
Yeah, they're pretty solid, so you have to pull them to get them open. They're just normal junk drawers, glasses, remote controls, pens and such like. So it's just like a normal house has got a junk drawer. Little
breakfast area in them.
Yeah, originally we had a dinette set up with the original bus seats, but we found we never really used it. But what we could definitely do with more is workspace, or work surface space.
Yeah.
So we've gone with this system. You won't see a gas hob on here. We have an induction.
All right.
Again, partly to do with the solar that we've got.
Yeah. How much solar you got?
At the present, 660 with another panel of another 320 to go on.
See, I need to look into these inductions. I know John and Mandy, they're using them now.
So,
how many watts are these?
It's an IKEA product.
2002. All right,
From
so it's
IKEA.
quite a big
We happened
one.
to see IKEA, and it was exactly the sort of what we wanted to fit in the drawer. We have a backup, obviously. If we're wild camping, you want to come outside, we've got the little gas. You buy the canisters from a lot of the shops at the moment. The magnetic knife rack. People think that it's dangerous. If you put the brakes on, it's never ever move. These things aren't going to fly down the bus. So yeah, the standard sink that comes along with all the different things. Put it near the window. In the event you need a shower outside, you've been on the beach, this will swing outside. And you just rock it that way.
Oh yeah, cool.
Putting it, they're always going to near in the window anyway. Yeah. All the windows, we've made sure that every single window still operates as original. They all drop inside the window above.
Oh cool. Oh, that's and every one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that'd be.
And we've made sure even the ones that are in the toilet or in the wardrobe.
For a school bus, you wouldn't have thought they'd drop that low, would you? Yeah. Nah. You'd like only a little bit for safety.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that would be some massive ventilation you'd have then, wouldn't it? Because every window.
And what you'll see, we'll try and open one on one side, one on the adjacent, and then you'll get a cross breeze.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of this stuff that we use is recycled. Market book. We built the bus over furlough period, so there was no going to the shops. It was whatever we could get.
Yeah.
They did come with these drop-down TVs. There was 4 of them in originally.
All right.
There's still 2 in. We didn't need the ones in the back in the bedroom area due to the fact that we needed to slightly change the roofing, so we didn't need those. Plus we've got a 12-volt TV in the bedroom as well, and then another one there with the DVD player. What's that around? If you go to the back, if you want to look at the bedroom area and the toilet room.
So you just standard normal
toilet. Normal usual toilet. We've got a small sink, obviously for hands and teeth in the morning. There is a space on the opposite side for the shower, which isn't fitted as yet, but the space is available. When we built out, we knew whereabouts we needed it to go.
Yeah, so you're just going to go in
at the
there.
moment it's just a bit of storage, but it's still sort of there. And again, the windows will drop.
So
This is the bedroom. We've gone with the Max fan, which is one of the most popular, I think, in the UK at the moment.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've got some
big wardrobe.
The wardrobe, which is where my
You've
power.
got plenty of batteries in there.
Yeah, 550, 110 amp hours each. Give me a 550 in total, all linked together. With a.
Ah, yes, I've been looking at them.
Yeah, I would recommend. I know there's a lot of people saying
they are smaller than I thought. I've seen them on eBay. They're about 50 quid, but they got a temperatures thing on it.
That's right.
And it'll just
if there's a fire in here,
they are amazing. I've seen the videos on them.
Purely
that's what I was thinking.
Normal fire extinguishers will work if you stood near it. If we're off somewhere and this happens,
and you're not there, they just do it for you.
Put it out. Some people say, oh, it destroys everything, but you'll still have your vehicle.
Yeah.
And that's your biggest expense. Yeah. Obviously, smoke detector and a
yeah.
carbon monoxide detector. And then when we're on shore power, if we've not got a lot of solar, I've got just a basic little battery charger.
Yeah.
Drop it on, and it'll run. It'll just keep everything charged up. I've got a
4,000
4,000 watt pure sine, yeah, because of the fridge and
Yes,
potentially the other things that are running through it. And then I've got the 12 volt system on this side, which is to the Max fan, the 12 volt TVs, and the LEDs that run through.
And then a massive bedroom.
Yeah,
this is like the size of my truck.
We took advantage of, obviously the back seat is metal and is solid, so we've taken advantage of that for the understorage. Obviously, being a bus, you've got an emergency exit as well.
That another good safety feature as well. If there's ever a problem at that
end, at that end, we exit here.
This is why I put a big roof vent in the roof so we can get out.
Yeah, and the back window also opens.
Right. Yeah.
The whole window will open up on hinges. So yeah, all this, and obviously we went with this four-way stretch. People may say, oh,
I had that in my last company.
Yeah, we needed to do something because obviously you have been living in it, and the condensation obviously can be an issue. Since we put that and the diesel heater, them combined have disappeared. So the warm air will come through, and it will go through the Max fan. So you are circulating that condensation air. And since we've done it like this, we've not had any issues as yet. But you know, it's all a learning curve with these vehicles.
Oh, definitely.
You're customizing certain things, using equipment that may work, may not. You know, we've probably all got a garage full of things that we've tried and didn't work and put it to one side. One of these I picked up, which was like you put the little cartridge in there, frozen water, and it blows through. It was okay for a short period, and in emergency, if it's really hot, but it's not really as good as the Max fan, which is its replacement.
Yeah. Right, we'll have a look outside.
Yeah. So with an American school bus, there's certain features in the States we would have to take them off. For example, the red lights. When they park at the school, they have to put those on. And when that's activated, I have a sweeper. I
just saw that.
On, yeah, it's got a holder at the moment. But when I switch those on, this sweeper will swing in a line to about here. That stops the children from running straight across the front of the vehicle and stepping out into the main traffic.
Yep.
Because they will do that. We've all seen children do it. That's obviously the first thing. It's a visual deterrent, and they've obviously it puts it in the mind that can't do that. And the second, it's made them come at least 5 feet this way before they make that transition. The other thing about US law is, if you have a look on the back doors, it states when the red light's on, you're not allowed. It's illegal to overtake a yellow school bus with the red lights flashing.
That's right. Yeah, I did.
And on the doors it states that, so nobody should actually be overtaking anyway if the kids happen to do something like that. But in the UK, I've not got to take those off. It's like if you bought an ambulance, you've got to take certain things off. But here, that can stay on, and the red lights are still there. Still in operation, but we don't use them, but they are there if need be. So the first little bay is the radiator. Huge radiator in there. It's got vents in that can driven by air, I believe, and they'll just alter depending what season it is and give you the maximum amount of air. Like I say, these buses are aluminium. That's about the amount of surface rust I've got to deal with on the whole bus. That's really this sort of my issue. Now this is a naturally aspirated, so the non-turbo. If it was a turbo version, it'll be up here. It's called a 671. So I've got 6 cylinders laid flat. Instead of a normal car, you'll have them stood up. These are 6 like that, 71 cubic per piston. So they're all there, and the injectors are all in there. So any maintenance I can get through this side. On the inside, there's a big hatch, which I can get in from above. And there's another one of these on the opposite side to deal with the other stuff on the other side. So, and you know, lots of access. And a lot of these engines are in boats, generators and buses. There are, some of them are in tanks. I think there's a tank that had 2 of these side by side, giving out a massive amount of torque. This bay is the battery and air bay. So they're the 2 starter batteries, which are both there, that swing out on a easy get in and out. They want to pivot. You haven't got to lift them in that position. And the air intake is here, so they'll swing out for maintenance and take them away. But they're just to start the vehicle. As you can see, it's a 12 volt vehicle.
So the whole system's 12 volt?
Yeah.
Oh,
starting
wow.
and running is all 12 volt.
Yeah.
That's the air in, so that sucks in the air and goes through a big blower that sits on top, which then mixes the fuel and the air together. So that's the rear door. That one. And then down the back. This bus 365 was from Sacramento. We can research what schools it used to go to. Alison's even spoke to the previous driver of it and the mechanic. It's all through you know.
Yeah.
Facebook. You can chat with these people. That's the other door that lifts up. This door is one of the few steel parts on it because they couldn't make that shape, I believe, out of aluminium, so it had to be done out of steel. And then the boot.
That's a big old boot.
Big enough to get a mattress in if you need be. Some tools, windbreaks, the diesel heater for when it's cold, full-size ladder, small ladder, tools, just general stuff that you'll need in your garage. Good access, really deep, you know, and really put some good stuff in there. Really handy to have that size. Then on that side, you come to the fuel filler, sets of tyres, and then the other side of the engine shows where obviously this is where the sump is. On this side, because it's pancaked, alternator, and then obviously the diesel filters are there. As it's pancaked, the sump is lowish, but I've not had any issues at all with it. And then the only other bay left then, let's move the barman, is where originally would have been the spare wheel. There's a giant nut in the middle where they used to bolt it down. We didn't get a spare wheel with it. Obviously we've used that to store the second Chinese diesel heater, which deals with the front, and the Jenny is a backup, pure backup really. I don't want to be using that, I want to be using the green. Yeah. The free sunshine. Jenny's in there. Whistle Top's tour.
That's awesome. So you don't do Facebook. You got a Facebook page or anything?
Not for the bus, no.
Or YouTube? You haven't done a YouTube yet?
No, not really.
No. So anyone can go and follow you on.
You can certainly see
Instagram.
some of the things we've done. Yeah, by all means. And there's obviously a few people in the States that have sent us stickers. Bussy McBusface is a really good one. He built a really awesome bus. Shred and Butter, you might not know them, but if you watch the Johnny Vegas, these are the chaps that have supplied at least 2 to 3 of his vehicles. They're down London way. Bonnie Camper in Scotland, they've got a big American school bus you can hire, and they will take you on excursions. They're worth looking at, and I believe they built that bus for them, so you can watch a bit of them on YouTube. So yeah.
Cool. Right, well thanks a lot.
Thanks for inviting us. be an awesome weekend.
It is.